Hi everybody, it is literally the next day. It is 1:10 in the morning, and this is my concert review that I do at the end of every single one of my concert vlogs. The reason why I picked the 200 section is because in the 100s, if we would have had like the same section but like one lower level, we would have been blocked by all of the people that were on floor, so we wouldn't have been able to see them on the stage that well, or we would have been blocked from that tent that had like equipment and stuff. So that's why I ended up picking the 200 so that we wouldn't be too far. It would be like a good middle ground. And honestly, to be able to admire the stage from that spot was actually really nice. Obviously, Stray Kids themselves looked really small, but when they came by in the carts, they were, decently sized. We could appreciate them, and like the outfits that they were wearing, and we got some waves from them and stuff. And for what I paid for, I feel like that was a pretty good spot. The sound was good and bad. When they were talking, sometimes I couldn't understand what they were saying. If the song was too loud, I could not hear their singing that well. I could hear the translator no problem though. I appreciate that most of the members chose to speak English, especially Chungmin, because Chungmin's English is not that good, but he, pushed himself to speak English with us, and I really appreciated that. And like, obviously this means like no hate to the other ones that chose not to do that, but I just think it's really cute that when artists travel to countries where that it's not their first language, that they try to speak of as much of it as they can. It's just very considerate to us as fans. Entrance to the venue was really easy. It was a little annoying to get to the end of the line because there was kind of like only one entrance. So there was one main entrance that like was all the seated people, and then there was a second entrance that was everyone that was like floor and general admission. It was very quick though. I got there at 5:30. I think doors were supposed to be at 6:30, which is an hour before show, but they saw that there were so many people already, so they started letting us in like around 5:45 or so. I actually handed out freebies this time. I gave out some bookmarks and some postcards that I had that just had either OTA or individual members on them, and I just had people pick at random, and that prompted a lot of people to give me freebies, which was really nice. And I got rid of all of them, which was super fun. I had never done that before, so there was that first time for that. And I mean, the cold, it was cold, but it wasn't as cold as it was on Green Day, because I went to Green Day like in September, which was like beginning of fall, versus this time I'm going like beginning of summer. So even though it was cold, it wasn't windy, so it wasn't terrible. Stray Kids are great. I liked the set list for the Maniac tour better than this one, but I still enjoyed both concerts just as much. For those of you that don't know, I went to go see Stray Kids during their Maniac tour in 2022 when they performed in Oakland, and for that one I had VIP soundcheck, and I was third row from extended stage, so my seat definitely was not as good as last time, but I still enjoyed it. Like, the screen effects were great. The stage was a lot nicer than the first time. I really liked that like inflatable Stray Kids thing that they had, and that had like lights around it and all of that, which was really cool. And they also did a lot of like split screen effects, and they also had, for some of like the intermissions, they had their dance team perform, which was really cool. Yeah, I tried to get merch, but the lines were too long, so I ended up just buying a knockoff merch, which I have back here. So I bought this. It is a jersey. The front says Stray Kids, right, with the Dominate logo, and then on the back it says Dominate World Tour. I paid $35 for this. I had to bargain for it because it was originally more than that. But yeah, and then I have this shirt. I got it off of Etsy, and then my mom had a very similar shirt. Here's the picture of us together from the concert. And I got freebies. I got a lot of bracelets, and I got a lot of PCs, and I got stickers. I don't have them near me, so I'm not gonna show that. I got this one phone charm. Jay actually made this one. Here's one of the PCs I got. My mom got a ton of freebies too. She also got bracelets and stuff. And what am I gonna rate this concert? Taking into account that it was cold and that I didn't like the set list too much, and that my seat was worse than last time, I'm gonna give it 7.5, maybe an 8 out of 10. Yeah, 7.5, 8. I can't decide which one, so we're just gonna go something like that. Yeah, that's kind of all I have to say for this review. I have to go to sleep because I have work tomorrow morning. So thank you so much for watching this video today. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, especially the liking and the commenting, because YouTube actually cares about that now. So if you enjoy my videos and you want other people to watch my videos, liking and commenting really helps my videos get pushed to new viewers. Again, thank you so much, and I love you guys. Bye!